Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Max Sports and MaxSportsOnline.com. It's the WrestleMania preview. WrestleMania coming up this weekend. Actually, not this weekend online if you're watching, but on TV coming up this weekend from Chicago, Illinois. It is the big time, if you will, and we're going to go over match by match the card. WrestleMania shaping up to be an okay, decent card coming to you on April 2nd from Chicago's Allstate Arena, one of the worst buildings in the world, in my opinion.
Does it have the smell of a Metrodome? Because the Metrodome has a smell.
Yeah, at least you get to have fun coming in and out of the Metrodome. You know, the doors.
Sucks it right in.
Tori Wilson will go one-on-one with Milwaukee's very own Candice Michelle in a Playboy pillow fight.
Oh.
Hugh Hefner will be the special guest referee.
Outstanding.
Not at all. That's not an accurate statement. Sorry. Frank Cosentino, that matchup, what needs to be said about it, if anything?
Eye candy.
Thank you. Meathead.
Clothing off.
Optional?
Yes.
Last time we saw this was WrestleMania 19, I believe, in Seattle. It was a Playboy pillow fight, and it was what it was. Moving on to some wrestling, actually. Trish Stratus will go one-on-one with Mickie James for the World Heavyweight Championship of the Women's Division. Frank Cosentino, that matchup.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking forward to it. I've never said that in a long time with a women's match, but it's about time that it has a little meaning. That storyline finally comes together.
You mean the greatest Divas storyline of all time in WWE?
I don't know if it's the greatest. But
name a better one. I'll give you a minute to think about it. Meathead, that match.
And
she's not a diva. Those aren't divas. What are you talking about?
It could have been a diva.
I have a better one.
Better one.
Tori, not Wilson, but Tori stalking Sable.
The first lesbian type angle.
Yes.
That match.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait for it only because I've seen some pictures of Mrs. Mickie James. And you know what? I love roast beef.
Who do you expect to come out on top?
I think that made you ill a little. You threw up in your mouth a little there.
Who do you expect to come out on top of that match?
Mickie James comes out on top of
Mickie James.
I love roast
Frank
beef.
Mickie.
I'll take roast beef.
Mickey's got to win it, I think. So we'll go all the way across
that
the board
keeps
with
the storyline going in another pay-per-view.
Well, remember what WrestleMania is, folks. It's the beginning and end of storylines.
Well, then you have the face chasing the title again.
Right.
Kane and the Big Show will team up for once to defend their tag team championships against the team of Chris Masters and Carlito Caribbean Cool for the World Tag Team titles. Frank.
Those straps will come off of Kane and Big Show.
Oh, I hope not Big Show. Oh,
no, we don't want to see the back strap come off. But Carlito and Chris Masters take it, in my opinion.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Somehow, some way, somebody is telling me in my head that it's not going to happen. It'll happen at Backlash.
I think I'll agree with Frank and say Masters and Carlito have to walk away with the straps.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
And go with the angle of the team that isn't a team and see how that works over the next few months. Because, quite frankly, the tag team titles on Raw right now are an afterthought. They're a forgotten piece of gold, if you will. And
well, after Murdoch and Cade were gone, they didn't really have any tag teams left.
The Rated R Superstar Edge will go one-on-one with the hardcore legend Mick Foley in a hardcore match. Frank Cosentino, what are we going to see in that match, and who will be the victor?
We'll see a lot of blood, obviously. We'll see a lot of lead-up. And
how do her shirts stay up?
Do you know
they're taped?
Oh, it does.
Tape.
Double-sided tape?
It's got to be taped on
Yep,
there.
booby tape.
It has to be. It's going to go all over.
I'm wearing some right now.
This match, I predict, will basically go all over, into people, up on ramps or whatever. And Edge, it only makes sense for Edge to win this thing. If Mick Foley does, Edge's career is going to take a downturn slide. Unless they somehow spin it away, there's no reason why Mick Foley wins this match. Edge wins this thing.
Edge booked in three-way matches with Triple H and John Cena after WrestleMania for the championship at house shows. Meathead.
Edge is going to lose.
Wow.
But somehow gain heat off of his loss by destroying Mick Foley.
Thus meaning he never lost.
Right.
How would you do that?
Booker Man.
It'll be done. Edge is going to gain heat.
Could we see, I don't know, when was the last time there was a DQ?
Not in a hardcore match.
There actually aren't any.
Well, you never know. They're both men could.
This is a reminder. This match is no disqualification. Over the Edge 98. One of the greatest main events in the history of wrestling.
They could spin it if they wanted to. We're both going to just out cold, and then the match just ends.
For a second, when you got on the mic, I thought you were going to say...
Austin never gave up.
Don't forget that this dark match isn't on TV, so you don't have to cheer.
Ramon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you pick Edge to lose, you pick Edge to win. I'll go with the Edge victory, or I'll even go your angle and take the Edge. Somehow or another comes out on top. Because remember, you don't have to win a match to go over in wrestling.
Edge has got to get over, but I didn't say he's going to necessarily have.
We'll say it's a Raw match, the Money in the Bank ladder match. Participants are Rob Van Dam, the Intercontinental Champion, Shelton Benjamin, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, who may or may not fit into that matchup, Fit Finlay, Matt Hardy, and Bobby Lashley. Frank Costantino.
Man, this is a tough one. Going back and forth.
Say hodgepodge.
It is awful, if you ask me.
It's tough to pick a winner out of this. If they really want to catapult RVD, it makes sense for him.
You took my heat right there.
But I'm gonna go RVD because he's been out for so long, and I think it's time for him to at least WWE to.
And he's booked in three-way dances with Flair and Shelton Benjamin post-WrestleMania at some house shows for the.
I'm gonna say RVD, but I will not be surprised if Ric Flair comes out of this thing. Mm-hmm. I really would.
Only if it were his final match would he come out on top.
I tell you what,
Funk will come back for that final Ric Flair match.
I tell you what, my name's Finlay. I don't like to fight.
A man who was a booker, a road agent for WWE for a number of years, and now back in the ring all of a sudden and over.
Yeah, he's over. And his shillelagh.
The fans will be behind Ric Flair in this one.
I don't believe there's any stopping me now. Shelton Benjamin will.
Ric Flair should not be in this match.
Remember who stole the Money in the Bank match last year?
Oh, Shelton and
Shelton Benjamin stole the match.
Shelton and Jericho did it. Oh my God! Shelton ran up the ladder.
Right, that was amazing.
That spot was incredible. I mean, it just showed you that Shelton Benjamin can go. I mean, anytime,
what do you
anywhere.
Pick for this match?
I got to pick RVD. That's why I was so angry at you. You were stealing my heat.
Sorry.
It's all right.
That's the Raw matches. We're going to go over the main events. I did pick a winner, Shelton Benjamin. There's no stopping me now. We're going to go over the main events just after we come back and talk about the SmackDown matches for WrestleMania.